Okay guys, this is insane. So yesterday, a bunch of sweeping new information came out about what YouTube is going to be doing at the beginning of 2020. And in my opinion, this is the biggest change to YouTube since they added the demonetization symbol way back in 2016 or 2017. I forgot the exact time frame, but this is the next big change. So what exactly are they doing? Do you remember like 1 year ago or so when Nerd City released this video on how Jake Paul was a danger to kids, showing how 50% of his content was marketing his merch specifically in a way that attracts children? Well, that kind of kickstarted a general conversation about what's safe for children on YouTube. This was further explored in early 2019 when Matt Watson, aka Matt's What It Is, posted a video talking about how pedophiles were swarming the comment section of children's videos, timestamping sexual positions that they were in at the time, which obviously caused YouTube to remove the comment section on any video containing children. And now YouTube is going even further with this due to a legal case that they lost against the FTA, because apparently YouTube wasn't abiding by the COPPA law, which stands for Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act. Now, this law was made in 1998 to stop websites and online services from collecting personal data on kids that are under the age of 13 without explicit parental permission. Now, how does this relate to YouTube? YouTube isn't taking any of your data, right? Well, they actually are, specifically for advertisements. Personalized ads are responsible for upwards to 90% of all ad revenue earned on YouTube. Personalized ads being advertisements that are put on videos based on the user watching them. So for example, if you're, say, a gamer, you're going to be shown ads probably about video games or whatever else you have in your YouTube or Google search history. And this has been happening to kids under the age of 13, so the law is cracking down on YouTube to remove these personalized ads from children's content. Now the question is, how is YouTube going to determine what is children's content and can't have these personalized ads versus what isn't children's content and can have these personalized ads? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple. When you upload a video, you'll be able to tag your video as suitable for children or not suitable for children. And this will let YouTube know if they're allowed to put personalized ads on your video or not. But that's not it. Nothing on YouTube can be that simple, because obviously this could be exploited, and channels that do make children's content could just lie so they can get their precious personalized ad revenue. So YouTube has another way of making sure that your content, without a shadow of a doubt, is not targeted towards children. And of course that is by using their amazing, totally accurate YouTube bot detection system. The same bot that is responsible for accidentally tagging your video as not safe for advertisers. So the parameters this bot will use in order to determine if your content is targeted towards children or not is as follows. Children or children's characters, popular children's programming or animated characters, play acting or stories using children's toys, child protagonists engaging in common natural play patterns such as play acting or imaginary play, and popular children's songs, stories, or poems. Now most of this makes sense, but think about the animated characters one for a second. There's a lot of video game characters or animated TV series that are geared towards kids, but adults enjoy them as well. For example, I'm playing Untitled Goose Game on the screen right now, and even though I like the game a lot as an adult, it still has a character that could appeal towards children. An even better example would maybe be Mario. What if you're doing like a Mario Let's Play or a Mario review and you have adult language and it's not really direct towards kids, but kids can also watch it and enjoy it? That might be flagged for kids content, and maybe even a better example would be a Minecraft Let's Play. The point is that content that isn't made specifically for kids could be identified as child-friendly by the algorithm. Now, what is the big deal with this besides losing a bunch of income? Well, the thing is, unlike other adpocalypses, this isn't a controversy that causes advertisers to pull out. This is a legal issue. And if YouTube thinks that you are incorrectly labeling your video as child-friendly, you will be breaking the law. And you could receive a fine of over $42,000 per falsely marked video. So you could have a video that is not intended for children, the bot detects it as intended for children, and because of that, you could get a fine of over $42,000. Now, I'm assuming there would be steps in between like YouTube doing a manual review of their own to make sure the bot didn't make a mistake in their eyes before the fine comes in. But what if YouTube decides that your video is intended for children, even though you really never made it for children? YouTube has made funky decisions before. Banning Mumkey Jones is a prime example of that. None of his videos were hate speech, but YouTube themselves manually insists that his videos are hate speech, and at the end of the day, YouTube has the final say. A $42,000 fine per video? If I was fined once, I would be fucking screwed personally. And I can't imagine it would be any better for a majority of the creators on YouTube who will become a victim of this. Having your channel deleted is one thing, having videos unfairly removed by false copyright strikes and false community guideline strikes is another, but a $42,000 fine? That is literally the worst case scenario, unless you're maybe like a million sub YouTuber who can afford that, and it would be more detrimental to have your channel completely terminated. But for me, it would be more detrimental to have to pay this fine rather than having my whole channel terminated. But that is the most doomsday scenario. I think the main concern here is that child-friendly channels will have their revenue cut dramatically, to the point where making mature content will be more profitable. But we all know if you get a little too mature, you will get flagged with the demonetization symbol. So what does YouTube really expect us to do? Say like one fuck per video to make sure it's not child friendly, but then also not edgy enough to get demonetized? It's like walking a fine line between too edgy and too child friendly, because either end will get you no money. It's just absolutely insane. And you may be thinking, well, maybe YouTube is going to be more lenient towards channels that are more edgy. We did have that news a couple months ago that limited ad videos are going to get more ads catered towards more edgy content, and with all the personalized ads being away from children's content, maybe all that personalized advertising can go more towards adult content. That would actually be a great scenario. I hope that happens, because then people can finally make adult content on YouTube again, and if you get that yellow symbol, it's not that big of a deal, because all the personalized edgy ads are going to the people who have their videos marked with limited ads. Maybe they could rename it to not family friendly advertising or something like that instead of limited ads to make it more accurate. Because the ads have to go somewhere. I mean, the personalized ads aren't going away. They have to kind of move over somewhere, and if it moves away from child content and more into adult content, I think that's actually a great case scenario, but obviously you can't get too adult because your videos might get removed. Just like Vomit Cake got removed from YouTube. Yes, the famous Filthy Frank video that people have been enjoying for the better part of 4 years has now been removed from YouTube for a community guideline strike, which everybody saw coming, but it is kind of telling that this content was promoted on YouTube, one of the biggest videos on YouTube, over 7 million views, and now all of a sudden it's condemned by YouTube, and it just shows how the platform is changing and how restrictive it's really becoming, because we also have a TOS update from YouTube that came yesterday. And one of their new rules is you're not allowed to run contests on services that do not comply with YouTube's contest guidelines, which basically means that you can't really do giveaways on YouTube anymore to boost your numbers. Like, hey, I'm gonna give away this if you press like and comment and subscribe and do all these things that will boost me in the algorithm, you will get a chance to win, because a lot of people a couple years ago were doing that to boost their numbers. I know channels who have gotten majority of their growth through these giveaways. I think Cobana 456 is the greatest example of this. Someone who did giveaways on all of his Let's Play videos back in like 2013, 2014, 2015. That gave him multiple millions of views on his videos and ended up getting him up to 1 million subscribers, which is a number I don't really think he would have gotten even close to otherwise. But these new rules have unfortunate ramifications, specifically for the content creator Willie Mac Show, who recently got his first sponsor on his new video. But that sponsor is a rather underground indie merch website, and along with the sponsorship, he was going to do a giveaway with the company. But since the company is so niche and YouTube doesn't really know about them and doesn't trust them, Willie Mac Show got hit for breaking YouTube's contest policies, which caused his video to get completely removed from YouTube. This is what he had to say about it on Twitter.
So I got another strike on the exact same video. This time it was for spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy, which I have looked at on YouTube many times. All right, and I don't understand how I reached that. So these are my 2 strikes. This one doesn't expire all the way till February, and I can't upload for a week, right? I can't live stream. I can't do anything, right, for a whole week. So all this momentum that I'm trying to build up, I now can't do. And I don't know what the scam or deceptive practice is. Is it me trying to sell a pillow? Is that the problem? Can I not sell a pillow here on YouTube? My whole thing is you won't give me ads. You won't let me do do anything without getting copyright claimed. And now I can't even talk about Leroy Jenkins or this fucking Leroy Jenkins or the YouTube Kids app, right? Things that have been on the website for years that you think would be all good to talk about, I now can't do. I don't understand. This is really upsetting to me. And now all this momentum I have from making videos and trying to get stuff out quicker to you guys is now completely stopped because YouTube's policies are so vague. Well, there you go.
Completely ridiculous stuff. I feel like YouTube should be way more lenient on the guidelines and kind of do it on a case-by-case basis. Maybe the bot can automatically detect that he's doing a contest and give him a punishment or a warning, and then he could have like a manual review to look at his channel and realize that, you know, he's not trying to scam anyone, he's just doing his sponsor, and do it on a case-by-case basis. I honestly don't know what the solution to this is. Maybe just removing the rule entirely, because who really cares if someone grows off giveaways anyways? I don't really think it's that big of a deal, but apparently YouTube does. Either way, the fact is that Willie Mac Show is getting unrightfully screwed by YouTube at the moment, and he won't be able to upload for 1 week. So during this 1 week, I highly encourage you to at least take some time out of your day to visit Willie Mac's channel and watch some of his recent content. He is an amazing content creator that I think is insanely underrated on this website, and I think you would enjoy watching his content a lot. Now, I don't want to end this video on a sour note, so I'm going to give you one last update on a change that YouTube is making that is actually for the better. YouTube now allows you to appeal a channel termination. So if you believe that your channel was terminated in error, you can go through this form, fill out everything, and possibly get your channel back. Which is amazing, because there's been so many channels over the years who have gotten terminated by mistake and it eventually got reverted, but it only got reverted because they had a large audience and they were able to signal boost their issue to YouTube through places like Twitter and the help of other creators spreading the word. But a lot of people don't have that same luxury as those big creators who got accidentally terminated. So for those people, this appeal process is amazing and a complete lifesaver. I know this would have been useful for a channel that I covered about a year ago called Koala, who had a couple thousand subscribers, made great content, and got accidentally terminated, but had no way to signal boost it outside of me. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do enough to get his termination reverted. But now with this new appeal process, I won't have to. So this is amazing for channels of that size. Either way, that's about it for the video. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below about the changes that are coming in 2020 specifically. What's your opinion on the direction YouTube is going in general, and just stuff like that. Normally here I would ask you to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in more content like this, but I'm going to dedicate the end of this video to urge you to please subscribe to Willie Mac Show and check out his content, because it is great, and I feel like what YouTube is doing to him is a complete backstab to him, considering his dedication and love for the platform. When the outro plays in the end card, I will be showing videos from Willie Mac Show, so I highly encourage that you check some of them out. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel, specifically Blue Heat and Diesel Meow, who have been channel members for a very long time at the $5 tier. I do appreciate it a lot, even if I don't individually shout you out at the end of every video. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.